It's a fountain that actually works. It shoots out items, and it's cool. Check it out. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hex here, and today we are looking at something quite interesting. This is an actual working fountain, as you can see behind me. It shoots up little particles, and they float down, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. Let's take a look at it a little bit more in detail. Okay, so this is the fountain. Yes, there's flowing water in there. Has to happen. Sorry about that. I tried to make it with flat water. Doesn't work. Anyway, you can hit this lever, and eventually the little entities will stop floating up. And you can hit it again and make them come on down. Now, you could use some white powdered concrete like I have right now, or you could put some other stuff in here that might be more fun, like diamonds or whatever you want to. In this machine, you can shoot whatever you want out of the water. But essentially how it works is there's a bubble column in the center, and then there's a dispenser way down there that dispenses items, and they come on up, and they shoot out the top and into the water stream. So then you can turn it off this way if you want to. If the on-off thing is completely optional, you don't have to include that. It will run without it, but I kind of recommend it because in case you want to shut it off because it's causing lag or something because of all the entities. There shouldn't be too many, but there are some hoppers and entities moving around. Anyway, let's take a look at the redstone on this thing. Okay, here we are in my redstone making type world, and this is the same fountain that you just saw. So the redstone for this thing is actually quite simple, although there's one little minor to it, and that is that in order to not hear clicking noises from the dropper, you need to build it 15 blocks deep. So this is really not necessary to do that if you don't care about this noise right here. But if that noise annoys you, then you got to make sure that you build it deep enough so that you can't hear the dropper. Anyways, but this is the entire redstone circuit. So down here, all we have is a simple let's see, what do you call this? Observer clock. And let me turn this off for a second. A simple observer clock, and then a dropper. And then, so the dropper just drops items out in here. And right there's a piece of soul sand with a bubble column that's going upwards. And then they shoot out the top. And then this water is set up such that when the items fall, they fall into this stream that take them into the hopper, which takes them down this hopper chain here back into the dropper, and you know the rest. So that's it. Well, let me show you how to build it. Okay, so to build this thing, you're going to need a 9x9 block of land just like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take some blocks, and you're actually going to build a 1 to 7x7 square on them. So I'm going to need to go over 1, 2, 3, right there. 7 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have a 7x7 square. Okay, if you want to make this more decorative, you could knock out the corners and do something fancy like this if you want to. But I just built a square. Okay, so then around that, what you're going to do is you're going to take some half slabs of the same material or a different material, whatever you want. I'm just using quartz here, but you could use anything that has half slabs to make your fountain out of. And then you're just going to go around with half slabs all the way around like that. There we go. And in the center of this thing, you're going to need to dig a hole right there. And then around that hole, you're going to put in some solid blocks. Now, this would ordinarily be on the ground. I'm building it above ground just so you can see all the workings underneath it. But when I built it in the other creative world that was not a super flat or whatever, that's how I did it. Okay, so we're going to fill in all of this all the way around that hole with whatever your block of choice is. If you want to make this light up a little bit, you could put in some sea lanterns and stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and just do all quartz like this. There we go. Okay, cool. Now you're going to need to dig yourself a hole that is 15 blocks deep. Good job. Okay, and then make sure that you are, in fact, exactly in the right spot, especially if you're in creative mode. Okay, we are. Next, what you want to do is you're going to pick one of, you have to make your first major decision here, wherever you want the fountain to sort of point towards. So like, if I want the water to be going the same direction as this one, then I'm going to need to build my hopper line right there. So on that side, going downwards, I'm going to put a dropper facing into this thing at the very bottom, right where I broke that glass block. You grab a dropper. Dropper, dropper, dropper. Okay. So right there. Very nice. Next, what you want to do is you want to take some hoppers and make sure that they're going into that dropper. You're going to put one in the back, so it's going into the back of the thing, and then go up like this. Now, I suppose you could go straight down into the dropper. The problem with that, though, is if you put water columns now next to hoppers, because the hoppers have a smaller hitbox now, they don't have the full block hitbox like they did in 1.12, you can't do that anymore because the items will get hung up on it. So this, where I'm putting glass, needs to be all solid blocks. It doesn't have to be glass, it just has to be something to contain the water. I just left the stone on the one that I did for the example. Okay, there we go, like that. And then you're gonna come back one hopper there so that it's right underneath this. Okay, so basically it goes down and then over that way, one towards the opening there. All right. So we're going to go and place in that and that like that. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and place a half slab over the top of that to hide it from the exterior so it looks nice and pretty. And then you only see like one little gap right there. Almost like a real fountain, how it has kind of like a little collection area or maybe a little drain or something. Okay. Then what you need to do is you need to find your observers, and you're going to face an observer facing away from this guy like that. Come on. These observers are in pain to place. Yeah, away from him, like that. Okay. I'm going to put the dropper back. That. Hey, stop that. Go the right direction. There we go. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and place an observer facing towards that observer, but off to one side. Not down. Like that. Okay. And then you're going to place a block one away from that observer, right there. And then in between those, you're going to place yourself a sticky piston. Must be sticky. Sorry, you have to find a slime. Here we go. Okay, then this is going to be your input block, so you'd have the lever right there. You heard the thing. Oh, something happened. The observer has to be facing away from the... No? Towards the other. There we go. They have to be facing each other. And the output of one of them has to be going into the dropper. There we go. We got it, Hex. All right, good job. Then you just flick that lever, and then you should be able to hear the dropper firing. Okay, that's actually the entire thing done, except for one little part where you have to go ahead and put this into a water column. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves some soul sand, if we can ever find it in our inventory. Soul sand. I know it's on the right somewhere. Found ya. You can't hide from me. All right, we're going to place the soul sand in there, and then you want to make sure that every every block of water above it is a water source. Otherwise, you will not get any bubbles. All right, so I'm going to build this column all the way up here. You probably dug it down, so you probably don't need a column like this. Oh, and by the way, if you don't care about the clicking, you don't have to go this deep. If you're okay with the clicking, like 3 deep is good. You could put the dropper like right here, 1, 2, 3 below the opening, and you'd be fine. Even 2 below the opening would probably work out as well. Might be a little bit cramped as far as the redstone, but I think that 2 below the opening would work fine. Except you're going to hear mad clicking, and it's super annoying. So if you don't want to hear the clicking on the surface, then you got to dig it down. Sorry. All right, there's our column. Now we're just going to fill the whole thing with water. Here we go. A couple easy ways to do this in survival mode. You could put kelp, because kelp, when you place it, makes it a source block. So you could make sure that you have just like a big tall kelp in here. And then somewhere I missed one. There we go. If you're in creative mode, of course, you can just get out your bucket and go for it. The other way is if you fill the whole thing with ice, and then go down and break the ice one block at a time, or from the bottom up, doesn't matter. Then that's another way to do it as well. Okay, the last component of this is you need to place water in 4 strategic spots. But first, before you do that, you have to plug up the hole for a minute. So you're going to plug up the hole, then you're going to put water there. Wow, did you see that? There. There. then 2 over from the corner, so like in the middle on this side, and the middle on that side. Okay, so again, I put 1, so facing the dropper there, I put 1 here, 1 in that corner, 1 right there, and 1 right there. All right, then go ahead and open up your opening again. There we go, you should see bubbles rise, and then you can turn it on. Oh, just like that. Okay, now nothing is flowing to the surface, so we need to put something in there, don't we? Let's go ahead and grab something fun. I used diamonds in the in that one there, so we're going to use diamonds again. That's kind of fun. I like the way the diamonds look, and it's might be a fun way to show off how Minecraft rich you are. But you could use, what I used in the one that I showed you at the beginning of the video was I used white concrete powder, because I think to me that kind of looks like splashing water, because splashing water is white, where you know, water that's calm might be a blue or a green or a brown or something like that, depending on the biome that you're in. Okay, so in just a minute we should see the white coming up so you can see what I'm talking about. Anyways, some other options are the blue ice is also really good. Blue ice also looks very much like the water that you might want to take a look at. So yeah, there's all kinds of options for items. Anything that's a Minecraft item you can throw in here and have it shoot out. It's pretty fun. You can do whatever you want. All right. There's one more thing that I did not show on this one, and that is the switch. So if you wanted to put the switch exactly where I did on mine, then you could put it right here. I think that kind of looks silly though, so I'm going to do it maybe in a different, well, I'll just do it in the same place. But basically the idea is wherever you put the switch, you're going to have to build some sort of a redstone circuit to get down to that thing. So I'll show you what I did to get the switch right there. What I did is I dug down one and like that, and then basically I dug a hole all the way down to the bottom down here. And we're going to turn that off so that's not driving everyone crazy. And then what you do is you're going to take a block and you're going to place it, skip one, so don't put one there, put one below that, like that. Okay? Then you're going to take out, and you're going to need 2 things. You're going to need some redstone, and you're going to need some torches. Redstone torches, that is. Okay? So then you're going to place a piece of redstone there, and then a torch. And this is a descending torch tower, very basic design that you should probably know. But if you don't know it, this is how it goes. So redstone torch there, and then you go 2 down from that, place a block, redstone there, torch on its face, that way, and then go down 2 again. 1, 2, break that one, place the redstone, and on the other side a torch, and just keep doing this all the way until you get down to where you need to be, where the dropper is. And then right here, because I'm going this direction and here's my my input, I'm just going to place a redstone torch there, and then I'm going to run, let's see, yeah, we'll do a block there, and we'll just run power into it like that. Okay, very cool. And then at the top, what you need to do is on this, you're going to place in your lever, like so, and then when you flick it down, it will turn it off. Then you can go ahead and replace a block right there of quartz to kind of finish off your fountain. Okay, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this little video. I hope you try out this little fountain. I hope you decorate the front of your mansion or the front of your base, or just maybe somewhere random in the forest. Would be funny to have a fountain. But anyways, this has been Hex. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and God bless.